I want to talk about Marvin Bagley. We have a poll here for everybody. Marvin Bagley only played 10 minutes tonight. He did not play in the opener against the Portland Trailblazers. The Kings failed to negotiate a contract extension with him on Monday, resulting in his agent writing a nasty tweet, an email to everybody talking about how Marvin's not part of the future of the Kings. And he only played 10 minutes tonight. So I got a poll here. Want to hear from you guys. Do you think Marvin deserved more minutes or not? All right, 10 likes. There you go. Ring that cowbell. Perfect. And as many of you know, Calvin's birthday was yesterday. So happy to have him here, enjoying it. No hangovers on this channel. So we're good to go, right, Cal?
That's right. It was a pretty tame birthday, but I'm not 21, so
You're 23.
yeah, that's right, 23.
That's a pretty sweet Kevin Martin jersey. I went to a Kings game. I think it was like 2009, and I was in the very, very last seat in this upper deck at Arco, and it was Kings Cavaliers. LeBron put up 50 points. Kevin Martin had 40 points and went to overtime. It was an incredible game. I was really happy to be there and watching that.
I got to meet Kevin Martin once.
All right, so let's talk a little bit more about Marvin Bagley. So, Calvin, what'd you see from Marvin tonight, and were you happy with his limited performance?
Well, was I happy with it? I mean, he just really wasn't on the court much. It's hard to really have a real great takeaway from a guy who played 10 minutes and took 2 shots. I didn't see anything super negative from him out there. I'm just unsure of what his role is on this team now. I don't know what to expect from him going forward, and that's not because of how he's playing. It's because of the coaching staff and their inability to commit is not really the right wordage, but they're just experimenting and trying with new things. And I don't get the sense from this franchise, from this coaching staff, that they're that committed to Marvin Bagley right now.
Yeah, it's very, very strange. Obviously, this front office didn't draft Marvin. Luke Walton wasn't around when Marvin was drafted, so it's not like there's many people on this Kings team that wanted Marvin Bagley other than the owner. But I've heard that he's not as involved in these situations nowadays. But it was really puzzling to me. Mo Harkless had that big fall in the first game. He was questionable to play tonight. He was a late scratch. And Terrence Davis started, which just totally puzzled me. You're playing against a bigger Utah Jazz team. Mm-hmm. I figured Marvin would have been thrown in the starting lineup. Even if he only played 10 minutes, I feel like a start for him maybe would have been a confidence booster. Maybe it would have made him feel like he was more part of the team. And it would have given them a whole different look. But I also feel like if the Kings were able to win this game tonight, we probably would all be praising Coach Walton in his rotations. We would have said benching Marvin was the right thing to do. Just like the Portland game. I saw a tweet from Leo, Cowbell Kingdom, where he's praising Luke Walton, and he says, it's not about where you were picked, it's about how well you play. And Coach Walton has the courage to start whoever deserves, to play whoever deserves to play, and whoever plays the best. Doesn't matter when you were drafted and who you are and what your name is. He's going to play the best players. The 5 best players are going to be on the court at all times. And I totally agreed with him. But what we've seen from Marvin over the last 3 years has been pretty limited, but he's been pretty consistent, rebounding, points-wise. But it's just so puzzling now, this situation. It seemed like he had a great training camp. Seems like he's finally healthy. Seems like they brought in a guy like Doug Christie to help mentor him and bring him along. And seems like it's all falling apart now.
Yeah. Well, falling apart, I don't know. Or it just hasn't gotten any better. It's one of the two things. And I think it's hard to argue that the coaching staff hasn't made the right decisions so far. Playing these smaller lineups, it's working for them right as of right now. They were up by 18 against Portland. They controlled that game basically from start to finish with a minor lapse there in the third quarter. And tonight, despite a sloppy game on both teams' accounts, again, the Kings were in this game the whole way. They led for a majority of this game. So it's hard to say that this isn't the product that we should be seeing right now.
Yeah, and, you and I had talked about defense. Kings need to play better defense. Marvin Bagley's not known for his defense. I remember when he was drafted, they were making fun of his small arms. I saw some T-Rex memes of him. But he's got that amazing second jump. He's got the athleticism. He's got the motor. But for me, I was just so surprised to see that